Pokemon is 20 years old today. At least in Japan it is. It didn't come to the States and the rest of the world until later. But it's hard to believe that this franchise is now 20 years old. As a kid, it was something I was obsessed with. I was the perfect age for Pokemon to grab a hold of me, because when it came to the States in '98, I was turning 10 years old. Unfortunately, I don't have my original games anymore. I do, however, have the manual that it came with. I also have the original manuals for Pokemon Trading Card Game and Pokemon Pinball, which I'm very surprised that I still have these, because I don't have the original games anymore. I do have Pokemon Trading Card Game again, because I bought it recently, like sometime last year. But pretty much all of the games that I once had as a kid, I don't have anymore. I do have a lot of memorabilia though, like these comics that I forgot I had, and I kind of find it hilarious that on the back of one of these, there's Neon Genesis Evangelion. And as you can see, these comics aren't in great condition, but the insides look fine. I also have this big fat Pikachu plush. This was one of the original plushes that came out, and it's really weird because it's all fat. Very, very fat, and it's made in China. It has stuff that sticks to it. It's weird. And I also have this blanket with the original 151 on it, and it's a blanket that I used when I was like 10 or 11. But I still have it. It's not on my bed anymore, but I use it for guests. And I have a ton of other stuff that's in the attic buried under a whole bunch of stuff, but I didn't want to bother bringing that out just for this. Like, I still have the Burger King Special Edition Gold Card Pokeball things, and a ton of the toys from that promotion for the first movie, and I swear I have the Talking Pikachu somewhere in the attic. But I still love Pokemon, as you can see by the shirt that I'm wearing. I have Pikachu on it. I'm not quite as into it as I was when I was a kid, but I still play one game in the main series each generation. And it was announced yesterday that the 7th generation is on its way later this year, with Pokemon Sun and Moon. I guess they're just gonna call them whatever now because they ran out of colors when they did X and Y, but Sun and Moon sounds better than X and Y at least. But the thing about the Pokemon Direct that they had yesterday is that it was very short and they didn't show really anything. They just showed the logos of the new games and not even starters or screenshots or anything. So I'm guessing we'll probably see something at E3, but really there's only one thing I hope for, and that is a Pokemon based on a dolphin. It still hasn't happened. Gorbis isn't a dolphin, stop saying it. And I know Kyogre is technically a dolphin because it's an orca, but they still haven't made a Pokemon that is based on something like a bottlenose dolphin. So I'm hoping the 7th generation finally has one. So what is your experience with Pokemon? And what are your thoughts on the new Pokemon games announced, Sun and Moon? Tell me your thoughts on the 20th anniversary down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to